Right. So I want to talk about them. Yes, them. Not that I know who them are, but anyway, I'll tell you about it. Long, long time ago. Yeah, quite a while ago. It was in the age of the secret manifestation and co-creating. Everybody was doing it. So I thought, well, I'll give it a go. See what happens. That's always been my mantra throughout life is give it a go and then you'll know. And I don't want to tell you what trouble that's got me into, but still. I was having a go and I thought, right, what do I want? Well, I didn't know. I thought, I'm okay, I don't need anything. And is it really right that I should just manifest something out of thin air? No, it didn't seem right to me. So what I did, for some reason, was I said, sort of out loud, what if I wanted what they wanted? Very definitely unclear about who they were or what they were, but I said it. What if I wanted what they wanted? And then whoosh, it was a whoosh. Something seemed to happen. It was, I don't know, I can't explain it, but it was something seemed to happen. And so, from that day on, I tried to figure out who they were. If there'd been some kind of connection between me and them, well, I wanted to know who they were. And so I read and I read and I studied and studied. And it turns out everybody knows about them. Every religion, cult, creed, every group, every organization, every pagan sect, no matter what the denomination or flavour, they all had a story about them. They all knew about them. The trouble was, they were all different. They were all different. So what am I to make of that? You know, everybody's got the stories about the angels and archangels and seraphim. Everybody's got the stories about the soul and the higher self. Everybody's got the stories about different levels of existence. 49 was the last I counted. So, what are we to do? What are we to make from that? So I decided to stop all this silly studying and reading about all these different people who seem to know everything about them. And even some people claim to be channeling them. So they talk about them like I've sat here talking to you. You know, if they have a direct line to them, whatever they are, I imagine that would be really wonderful, wouldn't it? I mean, the world would be such a much better place. But is it? It's not, is it? It's not. I'm sorry, it's not. So I don't think that's right. And I think you have to take these channel things with a little bit of a pinch of salt. And I know I'm going to upset a lot of people who are really into it, you know. likes of Alice Bailey. Nah, I'm not having that. And then there's people who do this, Seth, Law of the One. It don't make sense. And if it don't make sense, why bother? So now I just accept them. Now I just say them. Now I know that they exist. And that's all I need to know. I don't need to know anything else. And if I did need to know something else about them, they would tell me. But all I need to know is that they exist, they're there, and they have some purpose. They're doing something. Not 100% sure of what it is, but they're there. That's all I know. They are there. So I think if you could just keep in mind that they are there, that's all you need to do. Now, what about when we pray, when we spellcast, when we do a ritual? What happens? Do they care? Do they listen to your prayers? Well, they may listen, but they're not going to do a lot about it unless what you want is what they want. That's the key, you see. If what you want is what they want, they're going to help you. They're going to be there for you all the way through. They're going to help make it happen. But conversely, if what you want is not what they want, it may be absolutely antagonistic to what they want, or it may just be, well, we don't really care about that. They're not going to help. They're not going to jump on it. They know what they want. They know what they're doing, even if I don't. So I don't think the idea of, well, you change your plans, what you got for me, because this is what I want, is going to cut any mustard. It's not. Just because I want a nicer car, they're not really interested in that. I think they've got higher things to think about. But if you want what they want, then they will be there. Now, if what you want is something not really nice at all, say you want world domination, say you want all the money in the world, they're not going to stand in your way. If that's what you want to do, you've got that choice. You can do it. You can do the most barbarous things. You can be really cruel. You can be really greedy. You can do anything you want. It's your choice. And it seems to me that choice, for us puny humans, is something that's absolutely sacred to them, because they won't stop you. You probably noticed this in the world. You think, how is this happening? Why doesn't God or whatever, them, they, why doesn't they put a stop to this? Surely this isn't in the great plan. Well, it's not in their plan to interfere. We have to make the choices. That is our life, is about our choices. If we don't have the choices, we're not doing anything. That's what puny humans do. We make choices and we make mistakes and we learn from the mistakes, and if not somebody else learns from our mistakes. So, yeah, you can do what you want. But if it's not what they want, all the praying in the world is not going to get it for you. They're not going to interfere. Only you will do what you choose to do. And you're free to do that. You're free to choose to be alright. I won't say it, but you know what I mean. Now, how do we know if what we want is what they want? Well, I think you will know. You will say, okay, I want to do such a thing, and I think it's going to be really hard. And then it isn't. And then everything just falls into place. Now you know you're doing what they want. If you want to do something and you think, oh, this is sure to be what they want, it's a nice thing to do, and it doesn't happen, it just becomes a nightmare. You're just trying, you're struggling to do it. Then it's not what they want. Think of something else. So you see, they don't need prayers. They don't need praise. They don't need your adulation. They don't need worship. They just need you to carry on living your life. And if during the course of you living your life, you happen to start doing things that they want, then that's great. But if during the course of your life you don't do a damn thing what they want, then that's okay too. They're not going to stop you. They won't. Excuse me. What you have to do, and I think I've got it summed up here, what you have to do is to live an interesting, love-filled life. Remember that one, an interesting, love-filled life. And I think that's important for everybody. If we do that, they're going to be happy, I'm sure of it. What is an interesting life? It's what's interesting to you. Go and enjoy yourself. Go and experience the world. Go and see everything you can. Make life interesting, but make it love-filled. It's not a bad idea. Go do it. Live an interesting, love-filled life. Okay? Now I'm going to log off, hopefully. It never seems to walk off. I don't know.